Hi, my name. Let's start that again. Hi, my name is Emily Lane, and I often introduce myself as a wannabe woman in the trades. So, about 5 years ago, I had the honor and extreme privilege of being invited to work on launching the WAT program. WAT stands for Workplace Alternative Trades Training, and it's a pilot program funded in part by the Government of Canada's Skilled Trades Awareness and Readiness Program, STAR for short. It was a project put together by IBEW Locals 230 993 1003, the Western Joint Electrical Training Society, and the Construction Foundation of BC. Basically, a bunch of people got together and said, we need more skilled workers and we need them now. They asked, how can we attract underrepresented groups to the skilled trades and help them be successful in the shortest period possible? So, what was their brainchild? After 4.5 years with a 95% success rate, I'm thrilled and incredibly proud to tell you that it's the fastest, most effective pathway to electrical apprenticeship. Collectively, we have provided a career in the electrical trades to more than 230 people and have exceeded our project targets for all demographics, including but not limited to youth, women, Indigenous peoples, newcomers, and veterans. We have learned so much along the way, and I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to join you all and share and celebrate these lessons and successes here in Winnipeg. I won't bore you with all the stats or all the details that led to the success. I'd rather let our IBEW sisters tell you their stories because I could go on for days. If you're curious to know more, please visit our website, www.wjets.ca. So WJETS is WJETS.ca/WATT. I also invite you to come talk to me and the team, who I'll ask to stand, please and thank you. Adrian Livingston, our director, and one of the main geniuses behind this project, Cassidy Crow, an incredibly hardworking, compassionate ally for diversity in the trade, the feet, eyes, and ears on the ground for our program. And Isabella Lush, my fellow dedicated, creative, super talented program coordinator, who is working on another great initiative, the Apprenticeship Métier Progression Project, which we all call AMP for short. Also joining us is Abigail Fulton and her amazing team who have been involved since inception of the WAT program and provide exploration and awareness activities, recruitment, and community support. Last but not least, Angie Camille, IBEW 993's Indigenous Member Development Representative and First District Women's Representative for all of Canada. She brought us here today and is an incredible human all around and huge supporter of this initiative. So please come talk to us at any point. What makes WAT different from most entry-level trades training is that we started by asking our contractors, what do you want new apprentices to know? What skills are most important and what attitudes will make them successful? We built our curriculum on that so that they can go from applying to working in just over a month. We focus on the hands-on skills and attitude they need to succeed. We run our classes like mini job sites. We do more hands-on work in 2.5 weeks than one would cover in foundations over 6 months. Our super green apprentices been better than most second years. We postpone teaching all the complicated theory and academic components because honestly, those just aren't very useful early in your apprenticeship. And by the time you actually need those theories and those concepts, you've forgotten them anyway. So theory is much easier to learn once you have the context for learning. That experience on the job is so important. That's what allows you to visualize and understand what you're reading in the textbook. So WAT participants go to work as soon as possible. And then once they know a thing or two about electrical, then they can decide if they want to dedicate the next 4 years of their life learning about it. We're happy to note that most people do stick with it. With the right jobs, personal and financial supports, it's hard not to succeed through the WAT program. We start by choosing the right candidates, the ones that are good with their hands, who follow instructions well and learn quickly by doing. We work very closely with contractors and the IBEW to make sure that we coordinate our classes when and where there is demand for new apprentices. There's nothing more discouraging than deciding to enter a trade, waiting for up to 2 years to start a foundations program, and then graduating after 6 months and not being able to find work. So we make sure that we train when and where there is demand, and then our colleagues at the IBEW sponsor the Watlings as soon as they're done in shop training, so that each and every hour in the trade is counted toward their apprenticeship. And they're supported along the way. Watt is all about breaking down barriers. When the project was conceived, WJETS and CFBC thought of solutions to nearly everything that could stand in the way of apprenticeships. Academic barriers. We've got tutoring and support for people with learning differences to access academic accommodations. Because it's direct entry, no, let's start that again. Academic barriers, for example. We've got tutoring and support for people with learning differences to access academic accommodations in the colleges. Because this is direct entry, there are no academic prerequisites to enter level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. All that you need is IBEW or apprenticeship sponsorship. We can even help with graduation pathways for those who want to work on their GED through Watt. It's important. Start again. Academic barriers, for example. We got tutoring and support for people with learning differences to access academic accommodations. Because this is direct entry, there's no academic prerequisites. So when you enter a foundations program, you need to have a minimum level of calculus, for example, or English 12. And that's not the case when you go straight into level 1 like you would from the Watt program. We help you get the level that you need, but we don't want to add an extra piece that's going to get in your way if it's not necessary. We can even help you work toward a graduation pathway. If you don't already have your GED, you can earn that through Watt as well. Financial barriers, for example. Well, the program's free and we pay for tools and workwear, as well as certain living expenses transitionally into employment, including childcare as required. So our friends at the IBEW will get you working in a solid unionized apprenticeship, and you will very soon be self-sufficient and earning good money. So financial barriers are removed. How about gender barriers? Well, the more women, non-binary, and other underrepresented groups that are working in the trades, the more mentorship and support there is. So they say, if you build it, they will come. We helped connect people with others in the same situation for peer support. We also take time to build relationships with each of our participants to better understand their needs and come up with solutions together. We have access to PPE designed specifically for a woman's body. Klein's linesman's pliers, for example, that are better fitted for smaller hands. And we also offer custom tailoring of tool belts and suspenders to make necessary adjustments for more petite people. At this point, I feel like we've encountered and overcome nearly every barrier that could get in the way of someone's success. I tell people all the time, all they need is good communication so that we can understand and work with their unique needs, and they need commitment and motivation. We can help with all the rest. Personally, I come from a trades family. I know my way around tools and construction sites, but I introduce myself as a wannabe electrician because I feel like I chose the wrong pathway, honestly. The fact is, when I was in school, trades weren't even an option for girls. When I asked if I could get in the same apprenticeship program as my older brother, I was told I was too smart and would be better off going to university. But now I know I was too dumb not to insist. The concern was probably the work environment, harassment. Well, I'll tell you, the bars and restaurants where I waited tables throughout my undergraduate degree were far worse places for women than any construction site. If I had followed a trades pathway to start, I could have been much further ahead financially, making trades wages. And female participants often tell me that their only regret was waiting so long to apply. If Watt were around when I was younger, nothing would have stood in my way. It all worked out in the end, though, because now I have the great pleasure of helping equity seeking groups overcome barriers to trades training. It's incredibly fulfilling work, and I love what I do. And I'm so excited to be with you all and look forward to chatting with you later. Thank you so much.